So everyone on X and all those social media platforms are saying their favorite model is actually the best. Kimi K3 is trending. Grok has a new flagship. Claude has Opus 5, and OpenAI has released the 5.6 GPT Sol, which is one of the most hyped models on X right now. I don't know what is this. I gave 7 of the biggest AI tools the same exact real-world jobs. They must generate a realistic image, design a professional advertisement, analyze a business report containing lots and lots of traps, and build a working website from scratch. So I'm going to give this AI tool the same prompt in fresh new shots, and they will have only one first attempt and one chance to correct themselves. Only one. No more, no less. So let us find which AI tool is actually the best. Not in the benchmark, but in real work. So let us look at the contestants. The most hyped Kimi, we are going to use Kimi K3, which is a chat and agent flagship all-rounder. It has been hyped as one of the best, most affordable ship AI tools out there. And the second one we have is Claude. Claude has Opus 5, however it is in Pro, but for this test we're going to use the free version. That is Sonnet 5. And then we're going to compare it with DeepSeek. DeepSeek is Chinese. And I'm going to compare it with DeepSeek Instant. Then for Grok has been hyped as the most recent version is 4.5. So we're going to use Grok 4.5. You can see 4.5. There are also more versions here, heavy, expert or auto, but however for this purpose we're going to use Grok 4.5. And then we're going to compare it with Gemini. And for Gemini, we're going to use Gemini 3.1 Pro. There are lots, so there's 3.5, 3.6 and 3.1 for advanced math. However, let's use 3.6. And the OG, the best of the best, I believe is the best. I'm not trying to be biased here, but I've used it before and I think it's the best because it's a paid version, so we expect it to outsmart all these ones, and that is GPT 5.6 Sol. So maybe if you have not used GPT 5.6 Sol, this is your time to see how it actually works, if it's worth the price or if it's not, because right now it's only available to premium users or plus subscribers, which I happen to be part of. And I'm going to change its intelligence to high, so expect the best of the best results. For this guide, I've also prepared a PDF here of prompts that we're going to use. For example, the test, we're going to do only 4 tests: image generation, professional graphic design, fine analysis with hidden traps, as I've mentioned before, and last but not least, website design and functionality. I've also created a whole list of all the prompts that we're going to use here. I got time and I designed the prompts myself. Without much more to say, let us begin. So for our first test, we're going to go for image generation. So this is a prompt. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste in all these AI tools. For now, let's start with Kimi. Go this, right click, paste, then I send. I didn't know this would happen and I will not cut it out of the video. I want you just to know that Kimi right now, there are many people who are using Kimi, as you can see. So to use free version, you have to subscribe. I don't know, there's workaround. Let me try changing the model to maybe instant. I see. Okay, so Kimi Instant has worked and we just let it do its thing. So meanwhile, to avoid wasting time, if it has told us I don't have image generation capabilities, I cannot create render. Right, so for that, we all know right now that Kimi 3 doesn't. Kimi Instant doesn't generate images. I'm surprised. So we go the next. This is prompt. I'm going to enter that. Claude. As doing its thing. I didn't know this would happen actually. So let me go to DeepSeek. So as it's doing this, apparently all these tools cannot generate images. Something I am so surprised. Let's go to Grok. Will Grok do it for us? Yes, so Grok is doing it, and as it's doing it, let me go to Google Gemini and paste the same prompt. So Gemini also will create for us the image, and then we go to GPT Sol. I think it's also working on it. Right, so you can see generating. So now this is not a test about time, so I'll not go much details into much time on how long they have taken. So I'm going to post the video right now, and then I'll come back after they have all generated. Then we compare and contrast which has done the good job. But as we've seen, all the three, Claude, Kimi, and DeepSeek, all don't generate images. Something I'm surprised that up to now, 26 August, most AI tools still cannot generate images. So let me come back. All right, the work is done. So here was the prompt before. The prompt was create the final image directly. Don't give me a written prompt or explain your process. Generate a photorealistic 16:19 advertising hero image for a premium African coffee brand. So I'll not go much to just go ahead, pause, and copy the prompt. So this is what they came up with. One AI tool gave me this. Very, very premium. As you can see, it required objects, exactly one mighty black coffee cup, and you can see generated just a cup. One small green plant, a notebook and a pen, no written text, no watermark. And you can see it's very, very, did very wonderful work. So for the next tool, give us this. Still you can see, though Gemini gave us a watermark, despite telling it no watermark, but shall follow that and go with it. So I don't know why most of them put border, motorcycle around outside. Then the third one gave us something more beautiful. Plant is there, dashboard, then a cup, a lady is there. Some drizzling. So what I can say, all of them mastered the prompt very well, and they quoted a very nice image. All of them, as you can see, 16:9, and they all look so premium. Though Gemini put its watermark here, something we told you that no visible logos, no written text, no watermark. However, I just believe that is that thing, but all this can be eliminated. So time to reveal the winner. So I think they all did very well. All they did very well, but I'm more impressed in this. For real, I also don't know which AI tool did it, but I'm more impressed in this. So let's find out which AI tool created which image. So this was generated by Grok 4.5 first. As you can see, the image looks so beautiful, and it followed the prompt very well, and it worked for just 15 seconds. Time is not a factor. We're after production, but all it's wonderful. And then Gemini produced for us this very wonderful in a coffee setting. It's a little bit even more better than Grok, because as you can see, it created more objects behind. It created people. It created black vehicles outside. And then last but not least is the GPT's 5.6 Sol. I did a very good work. So I would give the winner to 5.6 Sol. Remember, this is a paid feature, but I would give it 5.6 Sol. This is pretty wonderful, pretty wonderful. So I'll not waste much more time into that. I'll go to the next round, and the next round is graphic design. So as I've said before, I'm going to go on a new shot. I'm not using the same shot. I'll just use a new shot to avoid conversational history and all those stuff. So still, I'm going to copy this, and I publish it, copy. So as you can see, around this graphic design, and the prompt is create the finished social media graphic directly. Do not merely describe the design or give me the prompt. Design a premium Instagram advertisement. So expect a size of 1:1 or 4:3 using the following exact information. So expect brand name to be Car Coffee. Headline, Test Ugandan in every cup. Offer will be buy one, get one free on Saturday, 8 August. And all those things, as you can see, all of them, all the details are there. The technical requirements are actually 1080 by 1350, premium but warm. So I'll not go much into prompt. If you want to know more, just screenshot this and then you can read through. So let's start back with the Kimi. Despite them saying they don't generate images, it should be unfair for us not to give them this task. So we shall just create a new shot. Then I paste that prompt there. Okay, so as doing this thing, can continue to Claude. New shot. I will press that there. And then I enter. As it's doing this thing, I'll go ahead and try DeepSeek, new shot. Press that there. Let it do its thing. I pressed in Grok, new shot. I will press that there. So when I open a new shot, the same model that I've selected before actually appears. So I don't have to reselect them again. So I enter that, and then I go for Gemini, new shot, and then I will paste that there. And then 5.6 Sol will be our last person, new shot. Still, as you can see, it is 5.6 Sol, and I will paste that there. So again, as we have said before, I'm just going to pause this and come back. All right, so our results are back, and let's look at the technical requirements again. So I included, before we said include coffee beans, one elegant coffee, and the subtle Ugandan visual influence. Keep every supplied word exactly as written. This one up. No extra offer, addresses, phone number, logo, or invented information. So I don't expect the AI to come up with anything. It must look like a professional advertisement that a real cafe would publish. So after waiting for around 5 minutes, there was one AI tool I was waiting for to complete. So here's the results. The first one came with this, something very wonderful. I'd put banana plantation here, put some mountains, true Ugandan influence, some coffee, visit this Saturday. So this is something perfect, but do you think a real cafe would publish something like this? Let me know in the comment section. So the second one came up with this. Very, very wonderful. Very wonderful. Next word, something beautiful. And I believe a real cafe can do something like this. So beautiful and perfect. I would give this a 7 out of 10. I'm guessing that it came in very short while. And because it has its watermark, I cannot reveal later on. Let me reveal it now. This is Gemini. The next one is this, which is something very wonderful. It created an African pattern on the left, put coffee beans, put a cloth. This is beyond what we expected, but so wonderful. It put crested coins, something that, as you see, Ugandan visual influence. So I believe the crested coins are Ugandan visual influence. Buy one, get one free. Put something more beautiful. But all in all, these two are the best so far. The third day I tool came up with something like this, but I believe this is something like P3 artwork primary school. Was even the coffee. I don't know what is this. Okay, so and last but not least, this AI tool came up with this, something that I also don't think and a real cafe could put. And where's the Ugandan influence in this? Just the name Uganda? No. This is something very vague. So let's go ahead and see which AI tool did what. So before we saw that Kimi was not generating images, but however it could generate a flyer, and came up with this. Something I would give I don't know what the hype is all about in Kimi. Kimi has done nothing so far, and it has been trending on social media so much. What's the hype about it? It has failed to generate even a beautiful image, let alone a graphic image. It has failed completely, because this, we can even see visitors this Saturday, is cut off. This is let me go to the next. So Claude generated for us, but it was too big to be displayed here. So it's what I downloaded here. It was around 5 MBs. So it is this was Claude. Also, I don't know what the hype is about on Claude. So that's the other thing we see if we can. Maybe it could excel in another topic. But still, for the past 2 tests, absolutely nothing. Then DeepSeek was so clear and told us I'm not able to create a finished social media graphics directly in this chat. I'm text-based. I also didn't know it was text-based, but if it was text-based, what's the hype about it also? So, but you don't have to start from scratch. It was too kind to give us Canva option, to give us an option of creating the image on Canva. And give us Figma, Adobe Photoshop. So, out of 10, Grok 4.5 came out with something very awesome. It included the matoke. We talked about this already. This is something very perfect. And actually, I think a business owner can post this on social media. Then Gemini did what Gemini can do. Very creative, very wonderful. And then ChatGPT 5.6 Sol. I'm actually kind of disappointed that ChatGPT came up with this. They think that this is Sol. This is one of the best models right now. And if it can have something like this, then it's pretty wonderful, but I'm just underestimated it in this. So that comes to the end of graphics design. We now own the best tool right now that if you want to use for graphics, go ahead and use that. And what I can say, the reason why I took 5.6 Sol is because 5.6 Sol and 5.5 Instant, which is used by the free tier in ChatGPT, they're almost the same. The only difference comes in when you want to work, but in tasks, they're almost the same. For example, if you want to create a full application, then you don't have to use the free version of 5.5 Instant. You have to actually use Sol, because Sol actually performs better that work. So that's why I decided to go with 5.6 Sol and not open the free model of ChatGPT. Though if you want the ChatGPT model, please comment ChatGPT and go ahead and create a more detailed video comparing ChatGPT 5.5 Instant, which is the free tier, versus ChatGPT 5.6 Sol. So let's go to the next test. I'll close this for now. And then the next test we have is fine analysis. So this is where we expect I send it a document and then goes ahead and analyzes for me that document. So I also created a prompt here. Analyze only the attached report, do not search the internet, and do not use outside information. So we expect the information it brings out should be compared to it. So this is you can go ahead and pause the video or screenshot this if you want to go more detail into what prompt I gave it, what is included. So the document I created is this is a PDF, very simple PDF. So I expect all AI tools to match perfectly on this. I created a very beautiful PDF. So I'll go ahead and paste on all this AI platform, and then I also attach the prompt. So let's do that right now. And again, we're going to do the new chat to avoid the history. So go ahead. I'm going to drop this here, and then I'm going to just copy our prompt, analyze, stop here. I'm going to copy. So I paste it here. Okay. I send. I just doing this thing. I'm going to go to the next model. New chat. That is Claude 5.5 Sonnet. Go ahead and drop the file here. Paste in our prompt. Okay, so that's done. Let us do this thing. I'm going to go to DeepSeek. Open a new chat with DeepSeek. I drop it here. Paste our prompt. I send. I'll go to Grok. New chat. Drag and drop our file. Paste our prompt. And then we go to Gemini, new chat, drag and drop this. Oh, sorry about that. Paste our prompt. And 5.6 Sol. We'll now do this. Have to drop it there. Paste our prompt. Then I sent. So, without much more say, I'll pause the video for now, and then I'll come back after all of them have created their model. Okay, so the models have done their work, they're finished. So I'm just going to go ahead and after evaluating all of them, they're all pretty wonderful in this. None came up with something, and they all followed the prompt. None came out with something that was outside. They all answer the questions very well. As you can see, Kimi here performed very well than I expected. Identified everything. Contradiction management said that all four branches exceeded. Everything was just perfect. And Kimi goes ahead and shows us the pages. So I'll not go much into that, but what I can say file analysis, Kimi was perfect. Then when you come here to Claude, Claude also aced this very well. You can say also give us June. Presentation though, I don't know why. You see, this presentation matter. Can say it give us 14.8. So and give us also 14.8. However, you can see the way the calculation very much more presented in a very good way. Very good to understand. Claude just dumped it for us to understand, but all of them were good. And then when you go to DeepSeek, DeepSeek also gave us something very wonderful. Though for DeepSeek, didn't do any calculation, didn't do anything, just poured everything there. Very nice also. All these tools are good at this thing. I don't know if the document I sent was simple, but they all actually read it through the document. They all scanned through the document, did the calculations, did the analysis, and then presented the information. Gemini was very good because it even sent me a link to the document that I actually uploaded. Though for it rounded off 14, but however it resulted in 40.8. Then it also gave us the page number, the section, directly where we can actually extract where it got that information from. And then the OG Sol worked for just 1 minute, and all findings below are based solely on that test report. It goes ahead and produces for us everything perfectly and precisely. Also, it gave us the support page where we go to where it goes these things. For example, KILS for so it goes same. So for finalisis, I will not go much deep into it. They're all good at it. And I failed to find the winner because it required lots of analyzing, a lot of information. So, but if I would go with any, I would actually recommend Sol or Kimi. And then in that order, Claude, I think, didn't do well. But what I can say, all of them analyzed the document, all of them read through the document in no time, and then they presented the right information. No one contradicted anything. All the results were correct. So let's go to the final test, which is website design. So again, I'm just going to copy the same prompt and paste the sites. So as you can see down for, the prompt I gave is build a complete, polished, and responsive landing page for an African logistics company named Swift Route Africa. So return one self-contained index HTML. So we don't expect a lot of HTML. This is just for enable us to run it here right now, offline, containing all HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It's going to use three things, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So do not use any external framework. So I don't expect any frameworks from JavaScript or CSS. We expect plain vanilla CSS. Exactly images, no CDNs or no external images, CDNs or libraries. So also don't expect any image from this. This is just for beginners. So the finished file must work offline when open directly in a browser. So I don't expect to have it way should do that. I don't know which one can do that better. So and let me clarify this. If you want a full polished software or full polished website, I would recommend 5.6 Sol because I've used it before and it has produced some good work. But let's see if it can actually outsmart this one. And again, as I've said before, we are going to compare 5.6 Sol to the 5 free version, and then you can see which is actually better. So business description, we go ahead and describe for it. The design, premium, modern, and trustworthy. The Navi one. Actually, I don't expect a lot from this AI tool because HTML and JavaScript without no external framework. I don't expect anything much for premium, but let's see what they can do for us. So everything comes out well. So without much more say, let me go ahead and copy the prompt and I paste in all these AI platforms. So let's do that real quick. Copy. So Nishat. As it's doing this thing, we go to the next. Michelle. So I'll let them do their own work. Then I'll pause the video for now. Then I'll come back when it's all done. All right. So now our tests are officially done. It took some time, quite some time, almost approximately around 10 to 15 minutes. So let's look at the prompt again. The prompt said, build a complete polish website. And then as we can see, we see complete footer, call to action, frequent asked questions, testimonials. We put a calculator here. We all need a calculator in them. East African coverage section in CSS or inline SVG. Then premium, modern, trustworthy, ensure calculator and mobile navigation. All work. So they all did their best, but now let's see the best. So the first one I'm going to open is, this is DeepSeek. As you can see, DeepSeek.html, and came out with something very beautiful. You can see the header is working, everything is working. And let me refresh it a little bit. Okay, that's refreshed. And this is all offline. Because I also, some didn't generate some didn't give me the download button for the zip file or the HTML file. But I had to download Sublime text real quick, and I had to paste it here, and I had to save it. So all came out beautiful. And the East African coverage route for DeepSeek, the calculator, I think calculator works. Them said Dar es Salaam to Kampala, weight, let me say 2.54 kilograms. Can see it actually calculates in real time, the price. Our testimonials are there, then frequently asked questions. So everything is perfect. I just don't like the way it left an empty space here. And then on mobile also it looks all beautiful. So that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Actually, remember back then in 2018, we could present something like this to a customer, and they would be so happy that they have a website and it was pure HTML. However, right now, an AI website can do it in less than 10 minutes. I remember developing such a website in 10 days, but now 10 minutes. Done. So I'll close that. You can see it's a one-page website. I'll close the DeepSeek for now. Nice work. Then I go to Gemini code. Gemini brought something more wonderful, as you can see. Very perfect. It brought our coverage route down here. Nairobi Hub, Kisumu Depot, Eldoret, Mombasa, Kampala. Wow, I like the way it presented its calculator. Let me say Kampala to Kisumu, 3 kilograms. It gave us 31. Okay, that is very wonderful. I like to frequently ask questions. I like the footer. I just like the way it displays. Wow. Did it give us frequently ask? No, they did not spread. It's just one page. I like the header. I like that it gives us some logo. The coverage too, the verified. But I just perfect. Give us an instant code that pushes us down to, there's no contact page yet. But this is all wonderful. On mobile also, it looks pretty wonderful. Okay, so let me not waste much more time into it. Let me go ahead and with the next one. So the next tool we have is Claude. Claude gave us something even more wonderful. In transit, gave us 98%. Give us the track shipment page. I don't know if it works. Push that calculator. Okay. So we can see it gave us animated counter. Can refresh it again. This is pretty wonderful. Okay. I think this is what Claude does best. Claude pulled it out very well. gave us some route and estimated days. Calculator works. Let me see our research. It even added us more districts, more locations, and like others. Let me say it added Rwanda and Entebbe. Let me say 6 kilograms, and actually displays here very perfect. Frequent asked questions there. Okay, didn't leave a white space. It actually covered it. Just wonderful. Just wonderful. Get a quote. Okay, very wonderful thing. I'll go the next. This is a Grok. Grok went ahead and designed for something also beautiful, delivering Africa forward. Go ahead and look at ChatGPT. Give us something wonderful. This is so wonderful. So, and finish with Kimi. Kimi also did something very, 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 very beautiful. So, basically, I don't want to rush more into this. I don't want to rush more into this website because what I can say, all of them have done some really awesome, wonderful work. More than a web developer would do in around 2017, as they would take more time. In terms of time, this guy delivered very well. All the AI websites I've seen is wonderful. I can't rate one, I can't rate two. They're all good. So in conclusion, I think all these AI tools are good, but however, DeepSeek and Kimi still are lacking a little bit. And 5.6 Sol actually disappointed me. Despite it actually being the best in almost all categories, it didn't excel well as I expected because this is a paid feature. But let me see, I'm going to get a dedicated day. I compare between 5.6 Sol to the free version of ChatGPT. They go head to head and we see which is better. If there's something that you might like, please consider subscribing and turn on notifications. That when that video drops, you'll get alerted real quick. So that comes to the end of our video. If you like such videos, please consider subscribing. And I'll catch you in the next one.